What's up, YouTube? Sad Yu-Gi-Oh! Tube here today with a video I never thought I'd really be doing, but I'm going to have to do the dirty deed, as they say, and expose potentially some resealed boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. First of all, a little disclaimer before I start this video. I will not reveal where I got the following boxes from, how much I got them for, what I traded for them, who the seller or trader was, for confidentiality purposes. This is more of an educational video on how to potentially spot boxes that may be resealed. What's interesting about this is that it's not a first edition LOB box, it's not a Metal Raiders or any of that, it's a GX box, and as Yu-Gi-Oh! Box prices continue to rise in value, well, what else is going to rise with value is also the resealers and the scammers out there trying to simply make a quick buck. So for those looking to invest in sealed boxes, looking to open sealed boxes, looking to collect sealed boxes, I think this video will help you guys out for sure. So first, let's start off. And so, let's just take a look at a current set here, Battles of Legend, Light's Revenge. In Battles of Legend, as you could see, let's just take a look at the seals. Everything looks okay. Notice here that the Konami logo is transparent on the box, whereas with something like Gladiator's Assault, the Konami logo is filled in, very filled in here with this white background. So that's the first thing, basic thing to note. This is transparent, and let's look at the sides of the box, right? The sides of the box here almost is like a seal and two little ends, two little prongs, very tightly sealed. Again, sealed here. Straight line as well, if you notice. It goes like a straight line across. Straight line across, and again, straight line across. You will have a little bit of things popping out here, but that's not a big problem. It's very, very firm, tight knit. No real damage to the box at all. Again, this is from a case fresh. This is a case fresh box, I should say, of Battles of Legend. Brand new product, right? So now let's throw it back a little bit and take a box of Dragons of Legend. Now this one is heavily damaged. It's heavily beat up. It's got a lot of issues cosmetically on the box. A lot of dents and whatnot. I bought it knowing this, right? So, let's take a look here. Everything looks to check out as normal. Here's the thing on the side. Two little crisp edges, two little prongs, and a little sealing here. Again, straight lines. And again, a straight line on the side. So yes, this Dragons of Legend checks out perfectly. It has the Konami symbols. Also, don't be shocked to see something where, I'm trying to find it, right here, where the Konami symbol might be like half cut off, and then it goes into the seal, kind of. That is totally normal with Konami sealed product. Now let's move on to the potentially questionable boxes. And again, another disclaimer here. There is no guarantee that these boxes are resealed. However, because I can't guarantee it without actually opening it, however, I think there's a very high chance or probability that these boxes are resealed based on the information and my experiences from my many years collecting these. So let's go ahead, and again, so I'm not trying to say these are definitely resealed, but I'm just saying I would put a lot of money on it that these are resealed if I were a betting man right now. And for that reason, I will be returning these to the original owner. So anyhow, here's the first box. Let's take a look. It looks okay, right? Nothing really too crazy. Oh, what happened here? What the heck happened here? Alright, so we have a seal, and then we have a random seal here. Look at this. It's like hard as a rock. Hear that? So, Konami never went down with any seal. That just is craziness. It looks like almost like a 2-year-old resealed these. Also important to note, this is like a wave here. So you can see it's like really wavy. It's not really a straight line. Again, there's like a seal popping out here, which makes absolutely no sense. Also important to note, there are a lot of little dots. See these little dots? These are from heat. Now, Konami on older boxes, especially too, or boxes exposed to heat, may have some of these dots on them, right? But when there's excessive amount of dots, that means there was an excessive amount of heat placed on it. And usually the people resealing these boxes are not good because they'll usually use an iron probably or a soldering iron to try and reseal these. And, you know, it's very difficult to do it like Konami does, or Upper Deck, you could say, back in the day. And that's where you're going to result in a lot more of those heat bubbles. Heat bubbles does not guarantee that the box is resealed, but it does give you an extra something to think about. You can see there's a little hole here, but this is concerning. Let's see, this is actually okay. Not too bad on the back. And the other side, again, what the heck is happening here? I mean, this is like going... There is no corner. I mean, this is a mess. Typically, again, you'd have the two sides like this connected. But never, it rarely will go all the way over here. It's a slop job, you could say. And that's the first box. Let's move on to box 2, right? We got 6 boxes of these. Box 2, let's look at it. It looks okay, a little bit slanted upwards, which is a little concerning. There are plenty of these little heat bubbles, which is, again, another concern. And the bottom, or the back looks okay. Again, it's slanted slightly upward. You have this hole here, this random hole, which is bizarre. And then things literally fall down here when you have a wrap like this that just slopes downward. And again, there's more sealing here. That's not how it should be sealed. And there's more heat bubbles here. That is not how a GX box should be sealed at all. So that was one of the better looking ones in my opinion. Let's look at this box. I mean, I could just put this in the stack right now. This is a disaster. You can see it starts here, just goes way up to the top corner, which does not happen at all with GX boxes. This is a telltale sign that this is not how Konami and Upper Deck sealed their boxes at all. Complete upward slope here. And then, look at it. I mean, this is a disaster here. This is like literally a huge disaster. I don't even know what this is. This is hard as a rock. Hard as a rock. It's got heat bubbles everywhere. I mean, this is literally like a disaster. It's like a tornado just bombed this box. This is not how it should be. And again, now you have this going downward like here. This is absolutely not... Well, this part might be okay. But again, a resealer doesn't necessarily need to unseal the entire box. They could just open, slit here, take the packs out, do what they need to do, and then just reseal it with heat here. And obviously this was a disaster. No box should ever look like this. I mean, you saw my completely dented Dragons of Legends box. This, that went through basically hell. This looks like a tornado bombed it. Is not how it's sealed at all. That's a mess. That's a disaster. Now looking at box number 4. Box number 4 looks okay. Alright, this is a little, well, not too bad. There are some little heat dots here, but it's a little slanted here, which is concerning. It's not just like a straight line, boom, boom on each side. It's kind of slanted. That's very concerning. There's a lot of stuff going on here. You could feel the texture of all the heat bubbles on this back end. You could actually see it here, just dot, 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 dot. Very, very concerning. Again, if there are heat bubbles, that's pretty relatively normal, but not when you have an excessive amount and you have slanted, curved seals on these boxes. And again, here's another slanted seal. It doesn't look too bad. This is one that, in my opinion, if it's resealed, it's definitely one of the better ones out there. But again, it's still nothing. Let's compare it again. Well, I guess I could use this at the end and compare it to the legitimate box. So I'll keep this one to the side. Next up, box number 5. Box number 5, yeah, again, it slants downward. It's got a ton. Look at all this heat bubbles. Slants downward, concern. This is always okay. Looks alright. And again, this doesn't happen. The bubbles are massive, but again, it goes straight up. Konami did not seal like this. I mean, this is, again, a wavy line. It should be straight. It should not be wavy and going upwards like this. There's no way that that would be a real box under a circumstance, or a factory sealed box, I should say. And now let's look at box number 6, right? Box number 6, we have a little prong here, a little prong here, straight line, good. Another straight, completely straight line, look at this, perfect. And a little prong here, a little prong here, and again a straight line. Well, how about that, right? Well, it turns out that this one is actually the one I bought from a reputable seller. Not that the other seller's not reputable, but he or she may not have even realized about these resealings. But again, this one is 100% legitimate. It actually still has the price tags here, $97 a box, $4.25 a pack. And again, it has the 2 prongs, nice, and it has the nice line straight. A very nice seal here, straight. It's even hard to see. And then again, on the other side, prong, prong, nice and straight. Nice tight seal on this one. So that's the real one. And again, let's just go over the other one that's questionable. Let's compare, actually. Let's see what we got. So we have the real one on the left, the probably, in my opinion, resealed one on the right. You can see, I mean, there's a massive difference here. Just take a look at the sides. Let's take a look at the front. Let's see what we got. The front, we have pretty much the same, no sealing there. And then again, left and right. Left is the real, right is the probably reseal. You could see there's definitely something funky going on. And in the back with all these bubbles, and the back here is flawless. And again, this was the best one of the bunch, you could say, and I still don't even think that that one is factory sealed. So when in doubt with something like this, definitely return it. These, in my opinion, were a disaster. So this is, again, the authentic box. You want to look for the seals, because people, when they reseal it, they will use some sort of heating source. If they're good, they'll use some sort of heating source to reseal the sides of the box. And it's very difficult to reseal it as if Konami did it or Upper Deck did it. So that should be it, guys. I just want to educate the people out there so they don't get scammed. And again, this doesn't just happen in older boxes like Legend of Blue Eyes. This is happening in GX boxes, GX era, and I mean, it could happen in other boxes, like Duelist Revolution is expensive now. There are other boxes out there that are expensive that these resealers could look to make a profit off something like this. As boxes get more expensive, resealing goes up because the margins are so much higher. So a word of caution, with every good thing, as it says with Yu-Gi-Oh going up in price, there's always someone trying to ruin the fun and try and scam and profit on their own. So hopefully this helped you guys. I know a lot of people do have sealed box collections out there. It might be just a good idea just to double check and make sure everything looks okay, checks out. If you ever want, send me a photo on my Instagram at Yugioh Tube here. I'll be more than happy to at least assist you and tell you what I think based on the photo or video or whatever it may be, if the box is factory sealed or resealed. Again, it doesn't happen often, guys, with this stuff, but it happens enough to where someone can really do some damage, serious damage, on some of these boxes financially, and you don't want to spend money on a resealed box. No one wants to spend money on that scam. So yes, that is about it. And take it easy, guys. I will have another video out for you soon. And without further ado, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tube signing out.